Hi guys, it's me, Carolyn Scott Hamilton, and welcome to another episode of the Healthy Voyagers Global Kitchen. Today, it's the 4th of July, it's summer grilling season, and we're making a buffalo black bean quinoa burger with my buddy Nick Loeb, and we're gonna use his awesome crunchy condiments.
Carolyn, thank you so much for having me on your show. This is amazing.
Yeah, super fun. So tell me about your crunchy condiments so that we can figure out what we can use them in this summer.
Sure. So the amazing thing about this is that we have crunchy onions and crunchy pickles and bacon flavored onion crunch. And it's vegan, it's all natural, it's kosher parb, it's non-GMO, so it goes perfect with the Healthy Voyager and the meals that you create here.
And it's a healthy way to give some pizzazz to whatever it is, side dish, burger, hot dog, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
All right, so first we're gonna get started with the sauce. So here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need 1 can of black beans or refried black beans, 1 cup of cooked quinoa, 1/4 cup of minced white onion, 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, 1 flax egg, which is 1 tablespoon of flax with 2 tablespoons of water mixed until gelatinous, 1½ teaspoons of cumin, 2 minced garlic cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of celery seeds, and some salt and pepper to taste. For the sauce, you're gonna need 8 tablespoons of vegan butter, 8 tablespoons of hot sauce of your choice, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of vegan Worcestershire sauce, 1½ tablespoons of white vinegar, and 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder. Then you're gonna just need whatever condiments you want for your burger, whether it's vegan blue cheese to go on top of your buffalo sauce, sliced tomatoes, lettuce, and of course, some bread rolls. So you ready to get started?
Absolutely, let's go.
Okay, we're gonna start with the sauce first because once the sauce is done, we set that aside and then we make the burgers, and while the burgers are grilling, we're gonna slather them with hot sauce.
Amazing.
Sound good?
Is that just hot sauce?
That's some straight up hot sauce.
Amazing.
So first, we're just gonna get this on medium to low heat, get the pot a little bit warm, and then we can start with the vegan butter because it's gonna be a creamier sauce than just like straight vinegary sauce. But we're gonna do that, toss that in there and melt it up.
How do they make vegan butter?
This one is soy-free, but some of them are soy-based, some are olive oil-based. This brand does like 5 or 6 different varieties. So
And how's
pretty
the
snazzy.
how's the cholesterol in vegan butter? Is it obviously
There's
much
no
better?
cholesterol in it.
None.
There's
Wow,
no
that's
cholesterol in plant-based foods.
Wow, you're teaching me something new.
Yeah, no cholesterol. So eat up. Now we're gonna toss in the hot sauce.
Did you make that hot sauce?
Nah, this is just teppa to you. You can use any hot sauce you want.
Okay.
And like the hotter you like it, the better if you want to use sriracha or whatever it is. Then we're gonna go ahead and toss in the vinegar. And you can add a little more vinegar than I'm using. I like my hot sauce
And that's
kind
a
of
straight
vinegary.
straight plain vinegar.
Straight plain vinegar.
Okay.
And then this is vegan Worcestershire sauce.
Wow, vegan. Can I take? Well, no, I won't put my fingers
Give
in
me
that.
some
but
off
Give me some later. I love Worcestershire.
I love Worcestershire, but Worcestershire has anchovies in it.
Of course.
So this is vegan, no chisels. And then some cayenne, just in case you didn't want any more heat. We're gonna put some in there anyway. And then garlic. And you can play with it too.
Are we gonna be able to eat this after, or do you have any water for me?
I have some water for you, but we're gonna
I mean, I
test.
like spice, but this is pretty.
Pretty nutty.
Pretty
Well,
nutty.
we're just gonna do a light basting of the burger. So
Okay.
all we gotta do is let this incorporate and then simmer down a little bit, and then that's it.
Oh, that looks amazing.
We're gonna put it on low. Let that butter melt. Make sure everything's cooking up nice in there. And then once this is ready, in just a few minutes, we're gonna set it aside, then we're gonna start making our burger patties.
Great.
All right, so this is just about done. We're gonna let it just sit and simmer. I'm gonna put it on low for now, so it doesn't totally cook down. And we're gonna move our dressings for the burgers so that we can start making our actual burgers. And the fun thing about this, and this is kind of a good recipe for kids because you can just have them dump everything into the bowl and they can use their hands if they want. We're gonna toss our black beans in there, get our quinoa in there. You can go ahead and dump too.
Sure. So
Put the onions.
And these are just regular yellow onions?
Yeah, just minced onions. And then those are breadcrumbs. It's gonna help kind of keep the patties together.
Are these gluten-free breadcrumbs, I hope?
They can be if you want. Today they're not, but you can get, those are just panko breadcrumbs.
Oh, it's panko, okay.
Yeah,
Great.
which kind of works a little better than like the really, really fine breadcrumbs. This, again, gives it more substance.
Okay.
And this is a vegan egg.
I'm guessing this is garlic.
That is some minced garlic, which is my faves. Toss that in there.
So I guess we're not gonna be kissing anybody after this meal.
Nope.
All the hot sauce and garlic.
Hot sauce and garlic.
You want all this in here?
Toss it all in there. The only thing we're gonna be careful with is just the salt. We don't want to go too nuts with that. There's gonna be enough flavors in there anyway.
Okay.
A little pepper, maybe a little more salt, and we're good to go. So now, all we gotta do is mix it up, and then we're gonna mash together.
Okay.
Make our little patties. So
I mean, next time you make these, you should actually make them with the crunch inside of it.
let's put some in there.
You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Which
put,
one you want?
let's put the regular onion.
The regular onion crunch. Okay.
Yeah, since we're using the buffalo sauce, we don't want to, we can put pickles on top later. Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. Good idea. Good thinking, Nick. All right, so now is when we get down and dirty.
Okay.
We're going to use our hands to kind of
I'll
mix
let you
it.
go first here. Oh.
Here. Right, so you make sure that you get all the good stuff in there. Don't worry, I got napkins and stuff for you. Or you can just lick your
I think
fingers.
my hands are like too big for the
For the bowl?
For the bowl.
Or for both of us?
Yeah, I think so.
I've got these little pipsqueak hands. All right, so maybe I'll go ahead and finish up.
I'll let you finish.
And now, see, it kind of does look a little bit like burger meat.
It does.
It's gonna be really good. Now you got that onion crunch in there. It's gonna be yummy. So once you've gotten everything in there, and make sure that all the ingredients are well incorporated, because you don't want like one burger too oniony or one burger too garlicky. Then you just kind of make your burger patties.
Now, when do you put the blue cheese, the vegan blue cheese?
That's on top.
Oh.
So we're gonna top it all off and make some real pretty burgers. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wipe off my hands, and we're gonna start making patties. And then we're gonna grill them up. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes per side to grill them up. And then you got your burgers ready to go, and dress them however you like. So you take about a handful, well, my handful, a little guy, mash them up like you're making a regular burger, and just set them aside until we're ready to grill. Okay, our mess is gone, and it's time to grill up some burgers. And once they're done and dressed with hot sauce, then it's time to build them and eat them. So it's really, really easy. I've already got the pan on low because we're gonna use olive oil to grill, and you don't wanna do more than a medium heat with olive oil. So this is already nice and warm. And we're gonna toss our olive oil in. And this is a big enough pan where we can probably fit all the patties in at once, which is good because then they'll cook evenly. So about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, so they get crispy on one side, crispy on the other, slather them on. So we're just gonna toss them in.
I love the fact that you actually put real onions.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
unbelievable. And you still don't get, people are like, oh, you're gonna get onion breath or whatever, but you don't, because you cook the onion is all that, gets that out of it.
Well, the thing is too, it caramelizes inside the patty,
Yeah.
so you get all those natural sugars, and it just really gives it that extra,
Absolutely amazing, no.
really, really delish. All
I
right.
think, so we didn't make all of them. but
One
most of
lowly
them.
burger is gonna hang out all by itself.
I think that was a little one I did.
We'll cook it up later. We'll put our nice little pretty dressings up there, and we're gonna just hang out and let these guys cook on one side, then flip them over. And it's time to spice them up with some buffalo sauce. All right, so these are pretty much done. They're nice and crispy on the outside, and probably nice and soft and gooey on the inside.
Well, they look amazing. They look like real burgers.
They kind of do, huh? So now we're gonna do half spicy, half not.
Okay.
All right, so just mix up our hot sauce. You can re-simmer it if you want.
Oh, wow.
And then we're just gonna take a little brush and just brush it on. And then we're gonna flip them too so that it soaks in.
And you brush both sides?
Yeah. So we're gonna brush the tops of a few of these, let them soak in, and then it's gonna grill in once we flip them. And again, leave it on low. You don't need to overdo it. Nice and crispy. All right, so we'll do 3 hot, 4 not. Let's turn these guys over and then do the other side. This way it just adds some extra flavor too. Like you don't
Right.
have to go nuts.
Well, I don't
with
think
it.
it's going to get that hot. You know, you cook it into it. It's not like you're
Yeah.
putting it on the burger afterwards.
Exactly, exactly.
So there's a little spice.
Yeah. And this I use for like my buffalo cauliflower wings or Like I've made fritters, like buffalo. So this is really good for like games and tailgating, and it's just a good general hot sauce for all sorts of things. All right, so we'll flip these guys over one more time just to seal in the flavor of this hot sauce on those. Yeah, grill it. Yeah, those are gonna be, like, the fun thing about using quinoa too when you're making a burger is that it gets crispy too and crunchy.
Did you now pre-cook the quinoa before?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
And I always cook my quinoa in vegetable broth instead of water because that also gives it more flavor. All right, so these are ready.
Amazing.
Turn the heat off. We've got our stuff ready to go. All right, so I'll take this guy. You take that guy.
All right,
and we've got some goodies here. This is the vegan blue cheese. Which crunch are you using?
Well, I love the bacon. Bacon is my favorite crunch. So I'm, you know, especially for burgers.
Yeah.
You know, it's like having a bacon burger.
Yeah.
But this is a vegan bacon burger.
Which is perfect.
I know.
I think I might copy you and one up you pickles and onions.
Are you going to do all three?
Yeah.
You're very daring.
I'm totally daring. All right, you want a spicy or a regular?
I'm going to have a spicy.
All right, let's go spicy.
Now, do I put the blue cheese, or do I wait, or do I put the blue cheese on first?
You can dress it how you like.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
You want it?
I'll follow your lead.
All right,
You're the professional.
we're just gonna add that baby on there, and then you dress how you like.
Amazing.
I think I'm gonna go spicy too. I'll take this little guy. Now I'm gonna take this big guy. I'm gonna go there.
And this is maybe make it easier to stick too. Oh, now I can taste that spice.
No water. The blue cheese will kind of help it.
This is perfect. Here's bacon crunch. If you want to hear, I don't know how you want to.
All right, I'm gonna put my mater here.
Okay.
And then let's see. This one's the bacon one.
This is the bacon.
All right, I'm gonna do some bacon.
And we got some fried pickles.
Oh yeah, give them some pickles.
I'll let you decide how much you want on. And then you have fried onions. So.
I love it. I bet the fried onions in it is gonna be pretty rad.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I assembled mine a little different. Oh no, almost the same fashion. There we go.
Just about. All right. One of each. Look at that.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Look at that
Unbelievable.
big mouth burger.
Huge.
That's good stuff.
Now, okay, we'll see. The bread is really big here. All right.
All right, you first.
Good? Really good.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I mean, you know, I'm not a vegan eater.
Yeah.
And this is really good. The spice is great, by the way.
Well, I hope you liked my burger.
It was absolutely delicious. Thank you so much, Carolyn.
Sure thing. Well, if you like this recipe, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel here at Healthy Voyager TV and leave comments and questions and I like requests down in the comments section below. And be sure to go to healthyvoyager.com as well as Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, everywhere online at Healthy Voyager and
crunchycondiments.com if you want to pick up some crunchy toppings.
all good stuff. Happy 4th of July, happy summer, and I'll see you next time on the Healthy Voyagers Global Kitchen. Bye. Guys, it's me, Carolyn Scott Hamilton, the Healthy Voyager, and welcome to the Healthy Voyagers Global Kitchen. Today, I've got my buddy Brian Patton, the sexy vegan, on the show with me. How are you, Brian?
I'm doing fine, Carolyn. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm super excited because today we're doing 2 different saucy versions of cauliflower wings.
Yes, very exciting.
Which is super rad come game time, party time.
Sure. I don't have to know anything about sports, do I?
Nah, I don't know anything about
I know about
sports
partying,
either.
not sports. All right.
Partying, we know about partying. If you know about sports, then we're covered.
That's it.
We're gonna make some bomb-ass cauliflower wings. I'm gonna make mine buffalo style, and you're gonna make yours
Banh mi style.
So it's a very spicy day today.
Spicy, sweet, sticky, icky,
I love
crispy
it.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can bring down the heat. You can make the buffalo sauce more vinegary, you know, whatever. We'll
Yeah,
talk
keep
about
it
that. Yeah, we'll keep it spicy. We'll keep it spicy,
Don't
but
be-
you
don't
can
be
do
lame.
what you want at home. All right, so
Let's
I
do it.
think we
How do
should
we do
get
this?
started, right?
Okay.
All right. Well, here's what you're gonna need. For the buffalo sauce, you're gonna need about 8 tablespoons of hot sauce. any hot sauce of your choice, 8 tablespoons of vegan butter, salt and pepper to taste, a tablespoon of white vinegar, a half tablespoon of vegan Worcestershire sauce, 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm gonna bring up that spice. Now for the cauliflower wings, we're gonna do a beer batter. So you're gonna need about 1 head of cauliflower trimmed into florets. Today we're using 2 because we're splitting the difference. And you're gonna need a teaspoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of cornstarch, salt and pepper to taste, about 1.5 cans of beer, and a cup of flour. Now, Brian's turn.
For the banh mi style wings, we're gonna start with some tamari and some water, brown sugar. What is that? That's peanut oil, sherry vinegar, a little bit of liquid smoke, and some arrowroot mixed with a little bit of water. And then we're also gonna garnish with some pickled vegetables, which is daikon and carrots, and some cilantro and jalapeno and a spicy mayo.
All right, let's get started.
Let's do it.
So I think what we should do is maybe do the sauces first.
Okay.
And then we'll do the wings so they're nice and crispy and hot.
This is a great plan.
All right, so I think we'll start with the buffalo sauce first.
Okay.
So,
show me what you're doing here.
all righty, we're gonna get this guy ready on a nice medium heat. We're gonna go ahead and toss in the hot sauce. So we put the hot sauce in, we're putting in our vegan butter, and it's fine if it's room temp because then it's gonna melt
It's all
faster.
gonna melt anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So no worries there. All right. Now we're
So-
gonna hit it with a little bit of salt. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna ask what the next step was, but
Next
you
step
hit-
is salt.
You beat me to it.
And I'm gonna put salt there for when we do our wings.
Okay.
I'm gonna toss in our garlic powder.
Very
You're
nice.
basically just throwing everything into the saucepan.
Okay.
Because it's all going into one
Very
place.
simple.
Put in our cayenne pepper.
Ooh, you need it spicier than Tapatio?
Yes.
All right.
Our Worcestershire, vegan
Ooh,
Worcestershire.
very nice.
And then our vinegar, which is my favorite part. I love a vinegary hot sauce.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's one of my favorites. That's why I have sherry vinegar in mine.
Yeah.
It just gives it a whole other
A good
kind of
tang.
layer, a good tang. And sherry vinegar is one of my favorite vinegars. It has such a unique flavor, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm using.
I love it because, you know, sometimes people don't like spicy because it just overpowers your palate.
Sure.
Whereas a vinegary one kind of gives you that umami flavor a little
Sure.
bit.
Yeah.
Umami. We're so posh.
It's a very hip word these days. Yeah, umami.
So we just let this kind of simmer down.
Doesn't take long, huh?
Not at all. Just let it simmer down, get it nice and blended, well incorporated, and you're good to go.
Okay. So, banh mi sauce. Very simple. It's all going in one pot. We're gonna get your heat of the correct pan on a medium, and we're gonna add in the tamari, basically all the ingredients. Brown sugar is gonna add you sweetness to it to balance out the saltiness. And then for just another great sort of nutty layer, we have the sherry vinegar, the liquid smoke, which is just gonna give this other.
I love it.
Love this liquid smoke.
Yeah,
It's meaty. It's got this whole other layer of stuff.
it adds something so fun to
Yes,
a dish.
yes. You're eating. You're like, what is that?
Which is that?
Is there a fire in here? No, it's just liquid smoke. Okay. And then last, we're going to put in some peanut oil. That's going to give a richness to the sauce. It's also going to help give it a very nice kind of shimmer once it's done. So with that done, we're going to take our whisk, and we're just going to whisk this together until and bring it to a simmer until the sugar dissolves. And that's all you got to do. Once the sugar's dissolved and it gets to a little simmer, that's when we're going to add the arrowroot flour, the arrowroot powder slurry that's just mixed with water, and that's going to thicken the sauce. So in just a couple minutes, it's going to come to a simmer, the sugar's going to dissolve, and then we'll thicken it. So you don't want to cook it down too much because then it's going to get too salty. So
Right.
as soon as it gets to that simmer, we're going to add our arrowroot, and we're just going to whisk it in. And the way arrowroot works is very much like cornstarch. The thickening power does not fully realize
doesn't
itself until
congeal, yeah.
it boils. Once it gets to a boil, that's when your sauce thickens. So we're going to bring it back to that simmer, and then as soon as that happens, your sauce is done. And that's it. What did that take, like a minute and a half?
Yeah.
All right.
And that's the secret to a lot of Asian cooking. Like any sauce that you get, Thai, Chinese, whatever, that little bit of cornstarch or arrowroot
Yeah.
or flour is the secret to getting a nice thick sauce.
Totally, and it's that glossy texture that you get,
Yeah.
that viscosity.
Yeah.
It's not like a flour-based or roux-based sauce. It's definitely something different. You know you know what you're getting. So,
Yeah.
so see, that's very thick right now.
Like a barbecue sauce.
Yeah, totally. Oh, you know what? How about if I added the water? Is this my water or your water?
It's your water.
This is my water. I'm like, why is this so thick? Okay, so we're gonna
Don't want it that thick.
We don't want it that thick. I didn't add the.
It smells good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was way too thick. So here we go. This is what we're looking for right here.
Okay, so it's time to beer batter
Oh, yes.
these wings. So we're gonna get started on that.
Okay.
Dip them and fry them, dress them, and eat them.
I like the sound of all of these things.
All right, so let's start with our dry ingredients. We're gonna put in our flour.
So is that your standard all-purpose flour that you're using here?
Yeah, and you can gluten-free-ize
Okay.
it if you
'cause
want.
That's like the most important thing.
Yeah.
Is that it can be gluten-free?
Yeah, because it doesn't have to rise.
Right.
So
Okay.
you can use a gluten-free flour
Okay.
if you so choose.
Okay.
We're gonna toss in some cornstarch.
And the cornstarch is going to do what?
It's going to bind it.
Okay.
And then we're gonna throw in our garlic powder,
Very nice.
and that makes
Much
it
of
taste
that?
yummy.
Yes.
And then we're gonna do a little pepper, maybe a little more pepper, and then some salt. You don't wanna go too nuts because there's gonna be plenty of flavor in the sauces.
Certainly, certainly.
I'm gonna set these guys
But
over
it is
here.
good to season at all levels.
Oh,
season
for
the
sure.
Flour, season the sauce.
For sure, because otherwise, you know, that's a little bland,
Right.
and you never know.
Right.
And then our favorite is the beer, das Bier. If you don't drink beer and you want to make it non-alcoholic, you can always just use seltzer water.
Sure.
Because that's going to help, obviously, bind it and,
And
make it all
it
nice.
gives you the bubbly,
Fizzy,
the fizzy
fluffy.
texture, which gives you that nice
Yeah.
sort of light coating, which is what you're
so
looking for. Yeah.
so yummy. And you can also do a vegan buttermilk. What you can
Ooh.
do is take soy milk, almond milk, whatever you want, put some lemon juice in it, and it's gonna curdle. So let it sit for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Once it curdles, you can use that as well.
It's great for baking, making pancakes. I buttermilk.
yum.
When I discovered the buttermilk, the vegan buttermilk thing, I would just want to put buttermilk in
In
all of my
everything.
baked goods.
Buttermilk baths.
My wife was like, "Does everything have to be buttermilk?" Yes,
Yes.
it does.
Everything.
Yes.
Buttermilk
It's
shakes,
so easy. Yeah.
buttermilk tofu scramble.
Oh yes, buttermilk cocktails. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I smell that beer.
Yeah.
It's kicking in. It's
Yeah.
getting nice and
Do we have
bubbly.
any that we could drink, or we're
We
just
got plenty
cooking?
of that in the fridge. It goes really well with collie wings.
Of course it does.
Yes, yes.
And whatever sportsy things you might be doing.
things that you hit, things that you run with.
Sometimes you throw, I think.
You throw
in
things,
sports.
I think. Yeah. I think we're kind of
Yeah.
hitting the nail
I've
on the
seen
head.
that happen. I've seen that before.
All right, so we've got our beer batter, nice and
Beautiful.
whiskey and perfecto.
This is some whiskey business here.
It's a whiskey
Yeah.
business. Now we're gonna toss in our cauliflower. So I'm gonna have you help me with that.
Oh, thought I was just gonna have to watch here.
So let's just
Okay.
toss some guys in
So we're
there.
tossing some in here,
I'm gonna toss.
just enough. You don't want to overfill it because you want to be able to toss them.
That's right. So I'm gonna give you a spoon
Okay,
and me a spoon.
that's enough.
And we've already got our oil getting nice and hot here because you want it hot, but you don't want it smoking. So we're getting it nice and hot. So once these are nice and battered, we're gonna start throwing them in batches.
And a good way to test your oil to see if it's at temperature, just take a little bit of your
Flash 'em.
flour and just drop a little bit of it in. If it sizzles right away,
Then you're good
Then
to
you're
go.
good to go. If it like goes crazy with foam, then it's a little too hot. You take
Too
it down a
much.
little bit. Right?
And we've already got our plate ready to go with a paper towel lined situation. So once we've got one batch done, we toss them in, let them drain, put the next batch in.
Good plan.
It's always good to be nice and prepared.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
So we're just gonna coat these guys really well, make sure, and the thing is with cauliflower, if you get a perfect floret, great. But if you got some little extra holes and crevices, make sure you fill them so you get them.
Yeah, you want to get
Just
them all
perfect.
coated in there.
All right, so we've got them nice and coated.
Okay.
We're gonna toss them in the oil.
Beautiful.
And be very careful. You don't want to splash yourself. These florets are a little big. And keep an eye on them. You might want to rotate them
Certainly.
so that they cook evenly. All right, the last guy.
Ooh, we're getting so close.
Yum.
I can taste it.
I know.
Almost.
I smell it.
I
so
do smell
almost
it.
taste it.
Yes.
So all that's left to do is they are nice and drained, got all that extra oil off.
I have prepared our mixing bowls whilst you were frying.
I like it. So now we divvy up the wang.
Okay.
And we dress them.
Okay. Ladies first.
Oh, thank you.
This is very gentlemen. These are we got a
We're gonna
funnel
crack
cake style.
funnel cauliflower. Yeah, there we
we
go.
go. It all counted as one before.
That's right.
Just be like,
Now
oh,
we
I only
have
had
plenty.
one. Yes.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So
Coolness.
This is like the best, most fun part is that we get to mix them up.
Mix them up and
All
dress
right.
them up.
So.
All right.
So you have your buffalo sauce.
I do, and you've got your banh mi sauce.
I have my banh mi sauce.
All right. Time to spoon and dress.
Spoon or die.
All right. So.
Gorgeous. I feel like we're dueling buffalo wings.
Who needs Howl at the Moon?
Where's my other part of? Doing
Dueling.
dueling. Thank you. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, drench these nicely with sauce.
Yes.
And that beer batter is gonna grab onto the sauce, but it's gonna stay crisp.
Yes.
That is why. Just one more reason why beer is the most perfect substance on the planet.
And for you kids, seltzer water is just as good.
Or O'Doul's.
That's right. Oh, schmools.
Yeah. Okay, so.
All right, I've got a lot of
now we
sauce.
just gotta mix.
I'm gonna move my guy over here for now. I should drink that later.
Oh yeah. We'll be doing shots.
Shot, shot, shot. So once they're nice and coated, and you want them super duper coated, you can put extra sauce.
As much sauce as you can handle.
And then with the buffalo wings, you can serve it with vegan blue cheese, vegan ranch. I've got a little vegan ranch, anything just to kind of cool down
Something
that
to cool
spice.
down. Yeah, that's why they have the carrots and celery sticks that they usually do. Yeah, absolutely. So now, these things are pretty much the most adorable serving things that I've seen.
And if you don't got them, you can just put them right in your mouth.
Yeah, but we're gonna be fancy. So here we go.
All right. Dun, 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 dun,
The
dun,
camera
dun,
guy
dun.
is losing his crap over there. He cannot wait to dig into these.
Nobody can have these just yet.
Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna garnish mine.
You garnish yours.
Okay.
I'm just gonna finish
Cool,
plating.
continue. So I've got a spicy mayo. This is basically just sriracha mixed with mayo. It's no recipe, it's just as much as you can handle. So
If you want more spice.
If you want more spice, you could do more. And then, but beware because you will be adding some sliced jalapenos, a little bit of fresh cilantro, and then again, we'll just garnish around the sides here with our pickled veggies. I mean, come on. This is just gonna be
beautimous.
the
I'm gonna get these
beautimous.
guys out of the
That is
way so you can see how beautiful
so-
these will be. All right. Got one little guy left over, and that's for me. I'm gonna serve it up with my little bit of vegan ranch, and that's it. We're good to go. Look at that.
Salud.
Easy peasy. Ching. You got banh mi wings, you got buffalo style wings, all vegs, gluten-free if you want. Easy peasy. It's a great way to eat
Why
your
are we
veggies.
still talking right now?
That's right. We better
Please,
get to
let's
it.
just eat.
So while we go devour these, you need to subscribe up here. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, everywhere. I'm at Healthy Voyager and healthyvoyager.com.
The Sexy Vegan and thesexyvegan.com, and my podcast is Sexy Vegan Ray Didio on iTunes.
I love it. And make sure you like us, put your comments down below, and we'll check you guys next
Bye.
time on the Healthy Voyagers Global
Goodbye.
Kitchen. Bye.
Goodbye. We're eating now.
Hi, I'm Dan Vega, and thank you for watching our channel. I want to take a second to tell you about a resource that's helping thousands of people across the country, Blue University. Blue University is the premier online business school for entrepreneurs and business leaders. You know, if you find yourself in a day-to-day grind where you've lost your joy or you're just tired of struggling, then check out blue.university. That's BLU.university. I can promise that you receive nothing short of a multi-million-dollar education. And if you want a completely different life in 3 to 6 months and a way to create wealth in 5 years or less, then again, check it out. That's BLU.university. Find out why blue is the new color of success. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel or to give us a good rating, but that's only if you see value. And when you do receive value, make sure to share it with someone else. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.